Well, hello, and welcome to another little bit of positive balance in an uncertain world with Therapy Ted and me. And today we've done some testing beforehand, and we have a theme today. So that is life plan, or your life plan or your life mission. Now, for those of you who may not be aware of this concept, it's very key for people who believe in past lives and future lives, but not just for those. It's quite key for quite a lot of people, which is that we are here on this planet for a particular purpose. Now, personally, I don't think there's one written purpose for each of us. It's like a blackboard in the sky that says, Peter Pendlebury's mission in life is blah. I think there's a general theme, but I think that because of the challenges and the things, the decisions we make as we go along our lives, it can change. So you can have one mission that feels absolutely right for you, maybe when you're younger, and as you age, it can change and it can sort of morph into something else. And sometimes that can be something really, really different to what you thought your life purpose was, maybe in your 20s and 30s. To when you're getting older, and sometimes you can see the sort of the gentle change in maybe the accent of it or something, but there's generally sort of a theme that pulls you through. Now, other people will think of this as being like a passion, so they're very passionate about a particular thing that they like to do, whether it's like creative in like arts or in sport, or whether it's in their business or their families or their pets, or something to do with kind of saving the planet, or getting a health message out there, all sorts of different things. There's one thing I absolutely know to be true: there is no limit on what your life purpose can be, and it can change at any time. So for those of you who think you know what your life purpose is, that's absolutely great. This balance will probably just reinforce that, or maybe you've been thinking about, is it quite right for you? And there needs to be some tinkering around the edges, because maybe it's nearly right, but there's just maybe a little bit of an angle that just needs to be just changed. And for those of you who have no idea, then maybe this balance will be something that gets you thinking about what it is that maybe would drive you to leap out of bed in the mornings and just sort of fire on with the day. And I think at the moment, with we're going through at the moment with the coronavirus, and especially as we're now talking about coming a bit more out of our choosing to stay at home, and maybe some of the conflicting things that are going on at the moment about different people having made different decisions, then this is a good time to be thinking about that life plan or that mission in life, and to see whether in actual fact what you thought it was is still valid, or whether it does need a bit of tweaking, or maybe there's something completely new that's come out of left field and you think, that's what I need to be doing with the foreseeable rest of my life. I don't think it has to be for the rest of your life, because none of us know how long we're going to be here or what's going to come at us. But the overall theme quite often can stay the same. So we're going to put these in place, the balance in place, and then I've got a little bit of a meditation just to take you through, to help you maybe just to see your life plan or your mission in a little bit more clarity. So the first thing we were asked to do was to put a crystal card on the body, and that is a crystal called Zinsight. Now, I don't use crystals an awful lot. I do like crystals. This one was completely new to me, and probably because it's quite difficult to find, so it's quite rare. It's quite I'll put a picture of it here somewhere. It's quite a funky looking little thing. But the really good thing about this is just what it does. It's perfect for this balance. So the power of these crystals is in their ability to clear and rebalance the lower three chakras. Now, the chakra we're working on today is the root chakra, which is the base chakra, and that's where all your power is, that's where your drive is. And it's also your grounding to the earth, so you feel like you're on a very firm surface for you to kind of take off. It's often here that we get stuck in negative energies. We blindly repeat unconscious patterns and allow karmic links to influence our behavior and decisions. Karmic links are, again, for people who believe in past lives. These are things that you have maybe done in a past life that are there for you to either undo in this life or for you to learn from and to improve on. It's not kind of, I know some people think of karma as being kind of a penalty. It's I don't see it like that. I see it more as a learning opportunity, that you made a mistake, and we're human, we all make mistakes, and if you didn't get a chance to put it right in a past life because your growth wasn't enough for you to be able to recognize that it was an error, then you get a chance in this life or the next life or the next life. It's all kind of learning. Well, that's how I see it anyway. So Zinsight illuminates all that ties us and prevents us from evolving. It stimulates and energizes the lower energy centers, as we've said. It removes blocks, encouraging us to lift the energy to the heart and mental levels in order to resolve and release it. Now, it's also very good for harmonizing and balancing the thymus gland. And we've been mentioning the thymus gland a lot in the previous videos, which that's all to do with your immune system. So it improves the immune system and also the energy meridians of the body. And the energy meridians is what gives you all your energy. That energy kind of comes through from universal energy. It fires up through the chakras into the energy meridians and then out into the body. So the fact that we've actually selected this card today means that there's an influx of energy on the way, which is great. So life and particularly relations with others will seem brighter, lighter, and more energized. That's great news, isn't it? So the first harmonic is going to be an original trigger, and this is soul record inheritance. So again, this is about what you've brought in with you in this life, all those things that you've learned and what you've contracted, if you like, to put right or to learn in this lifetime. We then have a trigger that reactivates symptoms, and that's a repeated event, and that will be different for all of us. So we didn't need to find out any more information about that. Then we go into life themes and pre-life contracts. Now, for most of us, there's something here that's no longer appropriate. So this harmonic will actually delete that. That's great news, because if we've got a life theme or a pre-life contract that's not appropriate, but it's still hanging around, it's kind of creating a bit of a negative energy drag. So the fact we can remove that now with this harmonic means that, that's now gone, and it means that the life themes and the pre-life contracts that are still appropriate can take center stage a little bit more. If past life stuff is not for you, just sort of blank over this bit. What your body will do, it will pick up on the parts of the balance that are relevant to you and your belief systems. Okay, so we've then got a survival mechanism, and this is trauma compartments in the DNA. Now, this is to do with epigenetics, as we've discussed in the past. So this is stuff that you've picked up from your ancestors. So your mom, your dad, your grandparents, back, etc. And so we're going to clear out some of those trauma compartments. And then finally, within the endocrine system, we've got restore all glands to balance. Now, for those of you who aren't aware, the endocrine system it's like your powerhouse system. It's where all your hormones kind of get sort of either developed and released, or it's where a lot of your detoxing happens, a lot of your processing. So endocrine system there's lots of things, but it includes your adrenal glands. We've talked about those. It includes your kidneys, your ovaries, your pituitary gland, your liver, your pancreas, your parathyroids, your thymus gland. Again, that's immune system. Also your pineal gland, your thyroid gland, and the list goes on. So these are all parts of your body that work really hard. So restoring them to balance, or as close to balance as we can get in this one balance, is a great thing to do. All right, so Therapy Teddy's here, and we'll put him on balance with the Cosbats, and he's going to be balancing on that root chakra. Now, what I want you to do is I want you just to close your eyes. If you feel comfortable. If you're not comfortable where you're sat watching this, then just soften the gaze. And I want you to imagine that, well, first of all, let's just have a little look at, do you know what your life plan or your purpose in life is right now? Do you have a single purpose or a multiple purpose? Are you a bit unsure? No idea at all? Completely stuck? Okay, so what I want you to do now is take 3 deep breaths. And then I want you to imagine that you're going to get smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. We're going to get you down to the size where you can get inside a cell. That's how small we're going to take you. So just see yourself shrinking down. And once you're inside that size, you want yourself to see yourself inside your body, inside a cell, which is enormous around you. And you can see all this space. And you can feel the kind of beat of the body. And in the middle of this cell is a nucleus. And it seems to be glowing, radiating energy. I want you to move towards the nucleus. As you get closer, you can see there's letters spiraling out of the nucleus. Different parts of the alphabet swirling around. And then as you get right up to the nucleus, you put your hands out and you touch the nucleus. All those letters start to swirl around and start to give you an understanding of what your purpose is. So you may get a single word. You may get a sentence. Some of you may not get letters at all. Some of you may get a picture. Take what's written or what you can see, and I want you just to blink once to take a photograph of what you can see, so you'll remember it. And then I want you to feel yourself expanding and expanding, coming out of the cell, out of the body, and back to the size that you are now. But that picture is still there in your mind's eye. And then I want you to take 3 deep breaths. And then I want you to open your eyes. Now, if you didn't get anything in this particular meditation, then you can revisit it, and maybe next time you'll get something. Or maybe there's just too much going on around at the moment. Or maybe it was a bit confused and a bit blurry, but you've got a kind of a sense of something, but it wasn't really clear. I'm sure we'll come back and we'll revisit this in future videos. Maybe just now is not the time for you. If, however, you did get something that was very clear, then have a think about how you can move this forward. Is your life following that path already? Are there things that you can do to change that would maybe take you down that path a little bit more? If you're not sure and you want to talk this over with me, then obviously just let me know, and we'll have a conversation. We can either have a little video link or we can have a telephone conversation. I can try and help you solidify this. Well, Therapy Ted is getting to the end of his work now. So, yes, we are done on that one. And we would like to say happy Tuesday to you. And we will see you again on Friday for another little bit of positive balance in an uncertain world. And if this is your first time here, please subscribe. And if you'd like to introduce yourself in the comments below, that would be great. I'd like to know more about who I've got subscribing to the channel at the moment. And obviously, if you've got any questions or any comments, then please leave them below. So have a lovely evening or day, wherever you are. And I will see you on Friday, along with Therapy Ted. Bye now.